Hey everyone, it's Dinah, and we are back for more of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So, yeah, this time on to episode number 8 of season 2. Last time, I feel like we had a pretty interesting one. We had, I think, the technical return. I think it was the first time he showed up. It was the return of Billy Fordham, an old kind of high school classmate of Buffy's from back in LA. He moved down to Sunnydale and enrolled there for like a couple of days. For the only couple of days he was really there for the episode and everything. So again, a glaring kind of hole in the security of Sunnydale, even with Principal Snyder there. So he also, unfortunately, I think he had brain cancer. He had like a tumor, or possibly I think he called it like a nest of tumors in his brain and everything. So he only had like a months left to live and everything. But then his condition being as terminal as it was, it actually led him down the path to searching for, I think, for any possible cure. But then it eventually led him straight to vampirism and everything. So for him, it wasn't as much of a. It turned out to not be as much of a myth as it was a reality and everything. So he found out about vampires. He found vampires and he found a way to do things. And he found out that Buffy was also like he went as far as finding out that Spike was in town and he was one of the oldest vampires that ever lived. And he found out that Buffy was a slayer and everything. So he then concocted an entire kind of plan to hand over Buffy in exchange for being turned into a vampire. But then he met up with like a whole underground kind of club of like youths and everything who also romanticized the vampire life as Angel, Xander and Willow found out in the end and everything. So they made it out, but I mean, pretty sure at least some of them still kind of got bitten and attacked by Spike's men when they arrived and everything. So I don't know if like that's actually going anywhere, but they still got they still got bitten, and so did Billy and everything. And he turned like Buffy and Giles buried him, and then he jumped out, and then Buffy did the whole stake in the chest and all that kind of stuff. So did everything according to plan and stuff. So it was a very brief and very quick kind of ending for him. So we had some interesting backstory on Drusilla too. That I think she was actually, I think, either the first or one of the first girls that Angel kind of fell in love with as a vampire, and to the point where he turned her after she was killed by a mob in Prague and everything. But then she the power as a vampire corrupted her and it got to her and everything. And then I think she ran away and joined the convent, and then he followed in after her. But then I think he actually managed him to mess with the incantation a little bit to the point where he actually turned her into a demon. So yeah, I think she still seems like a pretty regular kind of vampire now. I don't know if maybe like something happened between then and now. Maybe if that's happened, because then she was actually growing weaker before. So then the Spike actually brought her to Sunnydale, because then the remnant kind of energy of the Hellmouth in Sunnydale was meant to be enough to actually kind of keep her going, if not completely bring her back and everything. So either being turned into a demon kind of actually mess with her powers a little bit and mess with her energy a little bit, or maybe something happened actually after that fucked her up even more. So I think, yeah, besides from the minor kind of Drusilla stuff and the Billy stuff, I don't really think they explored much else. Also, besides from some continuing to look into the tension between Angel and Buffy and everything, and like the whole will they won't they stuff, and their kind of exploration of their own kind of past and their own kind of problems that arise in the midst of trying to be together and everything. So looking forward to seeing where that goes and everything. But yeah, I think besides from that, I think not really much else was picked up, I don't think. So yeah, might as well jump into this new one. So on to episode number 8 of season 2. Episode 8 of season 2. I forgot I said season 8, episode 2 for a second. But yeah, episode 8, season 2. Let's go.
Rupert Giles, I need to see him.
Rupert Giles.
He's our librarian.
Someone who knows Giles. Knows his full name too, Rupert Giles. Yeah, I don't know if he has a middle name, but oh no. Vampire? Whoa, that's not a vampire. Deirdre? Who's Deirdre? Philip. Okay, Deirdre. Is she a zombie? Oh. Buffy's doing, is this CrossFit? Is this what CrossFit is? It looks like CrossFit, I'm not entirely sure.
Music!
Philip's trying to knock on the door.
Music has notes. Noise.
I'm aerobicizing!
Aerobics. So not CrossFit then, or was it the same
Work
thing?
on your muscle tone while my brain dribbles out of my ears.
Philip's trying to find you, Giles. Oh, is she choking him to death, or is she gonna suck his soul out? No, choking. She's choking. Oh dear. Deirdre. Deirdre the zombie. And she died. Oh, she gooped. She gooped. She gooped like that senator from X-Men.
Time to go to sleep.
Oh, I'm not glad. I thought I was like going to be like a really weird commercial for Satanism or something. I can't even lie to you. Or like an anti-Satanism commercial maybe. Those are really common in the 90s and 80s, right?
I'm in Florence, Italy. I've rented a scooter
They
that's
talking
parked
about
outside.
dreams,
I'm
like
in a little restaurant eating ziti. So they have to seat this guy with me, and it's John Cusack.
John
Very
Cusack.
impressive. You have such an eye for detail.
'Cause with the ziti,
Oh, Amy Yip at the water slide park.
you never come up with anything new.
I'm just not fickle like you two, okay? I'm constant in my affections.
Huh.
Amy Yip.
Amy Yip. Are these all celebrities or are they just anyone?
Giles lived for school. He's actually still bitter that there were only 12 grades.
Probably sat in math class thinking, there should be more math. This could be mathier.
Come on, you don't think he ever got restless as a kid?
Well, no, I mean, at his age, he'd probably be drafted in. Is there like a Watchers Academy or something? Would he be drafted into the Watchers Academy? I feel like Watchers would have to go through more intimate schooling than Slayers would.
Medical transport is delivering a monthly supply of blood to the hospital.
Vampire meals on wheels.
Hopefully not.
Like an ice cream truck, but for vampires. A blood truck.
Morning, English.
Jenny!
Hello, Miss Jenny.
Miss Jenny.
The passion.
Willow.
He'd probably be anywhere but here, but with Jenny. Yeah.
Willow's helping out for extra credit.
Those poor schlubs have to attend school on Saturday.
9 a.m. okay with you, Xander?
Got a schlub on your shoe there.
Yeah.
Well, Cordelia's gonna meet us.
Ooh, gangs, you hear that? A bonus day of class plus Cordelia. Mixing a little rectal surgery, and it's my best day ever.
Walk me to class.
Pleasure.
So colourful.
Can't you just imagine them getting together?
Yeah, the idea of your teachers hooking up probably isn't the most appealing mental visual.
Yeah, you know how you have to dog ear your favorite pages so you can go back to them?
What?
I used to do that before I got bookmarks, yeah.
I just started underlining all the pages I really wanted to discuss.
Underlined.
But then, of course, I spilled coffee.
I
all
used to do
over
that
and
before
can't
I
even
discovered
read it.
bookmarks.
It's the first edition.
I'm lying, Rupert.
Oh, he was so worried about. Yeah, not everyone likes that. No, not everyone actually likes the idea of folding the corners. Yeah.
Would you like to go out?
No, I think I'd like to stay in.
Anywhere but here. Anywhere but here. Fuck the bell. Fuck the bell. They want to kiss. Fuck the bell. No more Saved by the Bell. They matter more than the bell. Was that their first kiss though? Was that? I mean, it
See
seemed.
if I can make you squirm.
It seemed like it. Like it could have been, but I don't know. Maybe they've done it before and they've never been interrupted or something. I don't know. Either way, that was.
Well, evil just compounds evil, doesn't it? First I'm sentenced to a computer tutorial on Saturday. Now I have to read some computer book. There are books on computers. Isn't the point of computers to erase books?
Cordelia.
Oh, great. Can you help me with the
Oh,
ticket?
fuck me.
Totally bogus. It was a one-way street. It's going one way.
Cordelia.
Why does everyone always yell my name? I'm not deaf, and I
Really?
can take a hint.
Really? Doesn't feel like it sometimes.
His name's Philip Henry. He's a friend of mine in London.
Philip Henry.
Haven't spoken to him in 20 years.
Can you think of any reason why he might have wanted to contact you?
Not even a mysterious zombie lady? Or a tattoo?
Do you know what that is?
Ah, wow, that's a well-hidden car.
No sampling the product.
Ah, drinking.
Angel!
Angel?
Look out!
Your timing's impeccable. You're just fucking pouncing across the car. Damn, did he follow here? I mean, he always does, but did he follow here too? Oh. Oh, damn, he's got fucking spin kicks. Oh, but one still, you just kicked him right back into the car.
I'm worried about Giles. He was supposed to meet me here.
Maybe he's late.
Who counts tardiness as like the 8th deadly sin?
Oh yeah, there are 7 deadly sins. I was trying to count them down. I thought there were 6. There are 7. Yeah.
I'm trying to reach Deirdre Page.
Deirdre. She's the zombie woman.
Pass away.
She died as well, but then she came back as a zombie and killed Philip.
We were friends when we were young.
So they were all friends. Him and Philip and Deirdre. So he's lost both friends, but he doesn't know that one got supernaturalized and killed the other. Is she going to come after him next? Because she killed Philip, so is she going to come after him next? Deirdre Page. Oh, there's 2 names left, I think. Ethan, Rayne, Rupert, Giles. Ah, Ethan! Ethan as well, the guy who ran the costume shop in a couple of episodes ago. And he did supernatural stuff, yeah. And he knew of Giles's past. The tattoo! Okay, so at least now we know who the targets are.
You're back.
Is this some kind of Jekyll Hyde situation? Is that what his past is? Like he's got like Jekyll waiting inside of him? Maybe Deirdre's Jekyll came out? Yellow eyes! Oh shit, okay. But Deirdre gooped. Deirdre killed Philip and then she gooped. But so does that mean she's gone? Fully? So Philip's gonna go after Giles? Ooh. Yeah. So they reanimate then, because I think Deirdre did kind of look pretty green and, you know, zombie-like. So they just reanimate and decay, as zombies do. Still to clarify, they actually are zombies, though.
Something wrong?
Is there some crisis that requires instant action?
Anywhere but here with vampires?
He was home alone drinking.
Wait, tea, right?
Wasn't T-Will.
No.
Nobody can be wound as straight and narrow as Giles without a Darkside erupting. My Uncle Rory was the stodgiest taxidermist you've ever met by day. By night, it was booze, whores, and fur flying.
Okay, minus that comparison, I think he actually does have a point.
No, he seemed perfectly normal yesterday when I saw him talking to the police.
Okay, there was that.
And you waited till now to tell us this because...
I didn't think it was important.
We understand. It wasn't about you.
A homicide.
That's it. I'm calling him right now.
Yeah. And worst thing is, he might be next. Now Philip might be after him. So it's like it's going down the group. But then Ethan. So then would Giles end up killing Ethan then? If he actually did, you know, die and get turned, like it's passing down a curse or something. Shit. The fucking back rooms of the library. Jesus, do libraries have back rooms? Someone actually in the library stalking? Giles wouldn't stalk. Maybe drunk, dark Giles. No! Oh, that's Ethan! That's Ethan Rayne!
We go back. Way back.
The Watchers. Was he part of like a cult or something? Is this outside of the Watchers? Is it like a cult thing? Like a resurrection or like necromancy or some shit?
What's the mark of Eyeghon?
The Mark of Eyeghon. Well, shit.
Giles?
Cat got his tongue.
Oh, no.
Buffy.
Oh, you arsehole. Using her as a human shield? Oh, well, she's the Slayer, so she can handle it. But still, it's an arsehole move. Yeah, oh shit, no. Oh, Cordelia managed to trip him up. Okay, that's impressive.
Hello, Ripper. I thought I told
Ripper.
You did. I didn't.
Why did he call him Ripper?
This ain't like the Jack the Ripper situation, is it? Oh shit, that was oh, even Jenny got knocked out. Oh, is he gooping? He is gooping too? He didn't even kill anyone, and he's gooping.
Oh, there's something you don't see every day.
I'm gonna be in therapy till I'm 30.
Yeah, of course, he escaped. He made it out. Oh no. Oh no.
This is what happens when you have school on Saturday.
She might have a point. Oh.
It'll be alright.
Promise?
I promise.
Don't do anything to my CalenGiles. Don't take my CalenGiles away from me. Did the goop touch her hand, though? It looked like the goop touched her hand. No yellow eyes, no yellow... Green eyes! Whoa, what does green eyes mean? Did Deirdre have green eyes or yellow eyes? I'm pretty sure she had green eyes. Yellow eyes even, yellow eyes.
Quite frankly, it's private.
I think it's way past private now, Giles.
And as your watcher, I'm telling you unequivocally to stay out of it. I have to get Jenny home.
She's infected, she's possessed, she's something now. Don't tell me she's gonna die and reanimate too. No, come on, I'm not ready to lose Jenny like that. No way. Not to some accidental contact with goop.
Look, the mark of Eyeghon, worn by his initiates.
Eyeghon.
Eyeghon, also called the Sleepwalker, can only exist in this reality by possessing an unconscious host.
So it's from another
Temporary
reality.
Possession imbues the host with a euphoric feeling of power. But its demonic energy soon disintegrates the host, and it must jump to the nearest dead or unconscious
It keeps passing
person
down.
to continue living.
The dead guy's all puddly now.
Yeah, so was
The
Deirdre.
demon's gone. There was no one dead to jump into.
But the goop touched,
No one dead.
Calendar.
But someone unconscious.
Now really isn't the right time.
Oh, there's never been a better
No, this doesn't feel right. There's a demon in her. I can't be happy about this. There's a
We'd be taking
fucking...
advantage.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Oh. Okay, let's not hurt Jenny too badly. Let's, you know, give the demon a piece of work, but not kicking Jenny's ass too badly.
Come on, we fight monsters. This is what we do. They show up, they scare us, I beat them up, and they go away. This isn't any different.
It's a bit of an oversimplification, but...
Because I created it.
That's Giles?
I was
Giles
21,
was in a band.
studying history at Oxford, and of course the occult by night. One of us would go into a deep sleep, and the others would summon him.
So voluntary possession.
Eyeghon took him whole. We tried to exorcise the demon from Randall. We killed him.
Oh. You tried to put him down to stop Eyeghon. Oh.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I mean, I get why he did it, but again, this is the cost of keeping secrets. You don't keep them in the loop, and they, you know, what you fear might end up coming true. They go into a situation they don't know enough about, and it ends up killing them.
Let's go.
Oh, no, please.
Now, you're really gonna trust him. Buffy!
Ladies first.
Oh, she's unconscious! She's unconscious, so you can transfer Eyeghon into him and her. You really trusted him like that, Buffy? Really? After he escaped and even used her as a human shield?
I hope you're not taking this personally, Buffy. I actually kind of like you. It's just that I like myself a lot more. This may sting a little. That'll go away once the searing pain kicks in.
Oh, no.
To kill a demon, cut off its head.
Oh, yeah. We'll find Miss Calendar, then we'll decapitate her. Hey, she'll be the first headless computer teacher in school. You think anybody will notice?
Do you know what you need, Xander, besides a year's supply of acne cream? A brain.
That's it. Shoulders at you, and I'm snapping. I don't care if you're a girl or not. I'm throwing down. Come on.
I've seen you fight.
Hey! We don't have time for this. Our friends are in
Yeah,
trouble.
angry
So
ain't
we
nothing
have
to
put our
be,
heads
you
together
know,
and
too
get
soft
them
about.
out of it. And if you two aren't with me 110%, then get the hell out of my library.
She would make a kick-ass librarian. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's the quiet people you gotta be wary of. Once they snap, then, fucking John Wick mode.
This is a bad idea. You're dealing with something very dangerous.
But it will get Eyeghon off my scent.
And how long before Eyeghon finds you? You still have the tattoo. Can you do tattoo removal on this? Is it acid? Oh, is he burning the tattoo off with acid? Is he melting it off with acid? Oh, damn, that is horrifying. Lovely green lighting.
No!
Oh, gosh. Got telekinetic powers and everything. Angel! Again, this dude comes pouncing in at the most impeccable times. Oh. Oh, did he take Angel? Did he take Eyeghon in? Oh, there he is. Do not look good on you. Oh. Damn, so a vampire can vanquish a demon.
Rupert.
And Jenny's okay, and Ethan's escaping, yet again. Okay, now they can both go home without fear of attacking one another, at least. And again, Angel just comes in swift, comes in clutch.
Rupert, hi.
Is she okay?
I seem to need a lot of sleep lately.
But you're all right? Is there anything you need?
No, I'm fine. I'm coping.
They're gonna need a break now, I wouldn't blame it.
Yeah, sometime.
Because I think he kept this from her as well, and she very nearly died because of it, so... She's still alive, at least, and it's going to take some time to recover, but...
I never wanted you to see that side of me.
It was scary. I'm so used to you being the grown-up, and then I find out that you're a person.
Most grown-ups are.
So, yeah, damn, a very, introspective, is that the right word to use it? Introspective? I'm gonna go on a hunch and say it might be, if it's not, then correct me, but a very interesting and introspective kind of episode on Giles. I think it's, I mean, I don't want to say it's been a long time overdue, but I think because it was literally only like earlier in the season that we really kind of found out about this side of him from Ethan when Ethan first showed up, and they even brought Ethan back too, so it always kind of felt like, okay, so Watchers, because of how they have to mentor and train the Slayers, they have to be up to date on pretty much every piece of lore and information out there anyway, so then maybe by that virtue alone, Watchers would have to know about everything out there that kind of relates to the supernatural, like demons and ghosts and vampires and zombies and whatever else have you. So he was at Oxford, I think he said. So he dropped out of that and went to London because I think the regular kind of student life combined with the Watcher life was getting to him and was crushing him and stuff. So then he dropped out and he went to London, and then he fell in with Ethan and this gang. They were in a band by day, and then they were doing the occult stuff by night. So there was Randall and Deirdre and Philip and Giles and Ethan. So they were the friends, and then 3 of them are dead, and now only 2 of them remain. So again, Ethan, he was a slippery ass motherfucker. I mean, I might have said before that like Ethan very much seems like the master to Giles is the Doctor and everything, like to Giles the Doctor, if we're gonna make that kind of comparison. But yeah, he really is. I think because I think even. Like in Doctor Who, I think even then, like I think any kind of opportunity to escape capture or death, I think the Master and even Missy definitely take it upon themselves to escape capture and all that kind of stuff. You know, and especially when victory has been seized or like things have calmed down and the things seem a lot calmer and attention is diverted, they easily slip out the nearest kind of door or crack or whatever. He got rid of his own tattoo as well by melting his arm with acid, I think it was. So. You know, he had a whole plan ahead of him and everything. So with him, I think there's so much more of like an explicit maliciousness and like a sadisticness and like a thing where like, you know, he doesn't care who he hurts to get his own freedom and everything. So he's very clearly like that much more of an asshole, basically. That much more of an asshole. Even him using Buffy as a human shield as soon as Philip showed up as a zombie and everything. So. Easily what made this kind of one of the most interesting episodes of the season was exactly what it delved into, which was not only the return of Giles's past that was teased in the Halloween episode, but also the fact that the gang actually got to see it firsthand and see how kind of detrimental it was and how dark it was and everything. But then also I think the kind of classic trope of like what felt like a classic trope of Giles being like, you know, this isn't your battle to fight, it's mine because it's from my past, and also it's arguably darker than anything we've actually faced before and everything. As far as they knew, he's the dorky, slightly boring, slightly dull, kind of know-it-all librarian who sticks to his books, and he, you know, runs the library as a cover and everything, and he's not really all that. But then, oh shit, like in his young years, he was in a band by day, and he was summoning demons by night, and he went fucking lucid dreaming with possession and everything, and he summoned a demon and killed his friends, and Jenny almost fucking died because of it too. So I think Giles definitely kind of felt the brunt of actually of the cost of keeping secrets from the people you love, because even threatened Ethan in the library too of being like, you know, like I told you to leave town or, you know, shit would go down and everything and stuff, and even kind of claiming that the Buffy and the team were people that he cared about. But then of course then again in this episode he finds out the cost of keeping secrets from them and everything. I think characters with history like that then keep those history kind of close to their heart and don't really tell anyone. But then when the history comes back to bite them in the ass, they still like out of stubbornness. They still keep that history secret and even insist on fighting the history themselves. But then the people they love kind of still insist on getting involved, and because of how he experienced it the first time around and exactly maybe felt like he had good reason to do it. And again, like it's like, you know, he was afraid of the kids getting drawn into it because again, like as a youth himself, himself. Him and his friends actually summoned this demon out of sheer kind of curiosity and euphoria and all that kind of stuff. Because he even said like even the even the law states that like possession gives the possessed like the actual temporary kind of euphoric kind of boost of power and all that kind of stuff. So which I think we did see with Jenny as well, like her kind of having the strength and everything, and even using the telekinesis to blast Buffy out of the way and everything. So yeah, but with this, I think because like the fear that Giles had kind of then leads him to believe that like it's best to leave the kids out, but then he should he should know by now that the kids are gonna get involved no matter what, especially Buffy, and she's gonna rally the others, so then they're gonna get involved no matter what. So then he got really pissed off Ethan in the library and everything, and had him at like by the neck and all that kind of stuff, and even the way he looked and kind of degraded over time, like he was at home, he was almost alcoholic, he was just kind of completely shut out and everything, so the thing that got them right. But then seeing him like this, but then I think it was more kind of seeing what was in his past and seeing this demon, seeing what it had done, so seeing it kill his friends and seeing how its return changed him, that really kind of got the team on edge and everything, and also like almost losing Jenny to this whole thing too. So to seeing that, but then Ripper, I think I'm really curious to see how that nickname originated too. Maybe if it's not like a literal thing, but then maybe his violence from back in the day, his vulnerability to violence, if that makes sense, like his openness to violence, or like his openness to darkness, maybe that kind of earned him that nickname or something, or maybe it's just something that only Ethan has called him that. Like we never got the chance for Philip to actually talk to Giles, because then the music was blasting and everything. But then Deirdre spoke to Philip, but then Philip never said anything to Giles or to anyone. Like he never spoke. And then Eyeghon was in Jenny. He spoke in Jenny. So then Philip was the only one who never actually spoke. So I'm curious about that too. But yeah, all the other ones actually spoke, but even in Jenny's body, he actually kind of taunted him about like taking advantage and being powerful and dominating and all that kind of shit. So Ripper, I'm curious to see where that name comes from. But with this one, I think his capability to be violent and to be angry and to be vicious and vengeful, I think that kind of thing put them on edge. So I'm curious. Clearly, there's more of that story to be told there. So I'm looking forward to future episodes where they actually are able to and do take the opportunity to explore a bit more of that side of Giles and everything. I think it's always interesting to have a character like Giles, and also technically Willow. I think with Willow, I think she's constantly shown as like the timid and quiet and shy, kind of reserved kind of person. But then when Xander and Cordelia were at each other's throats, she was like, you know what, either shut the fuck up and do the work, or get the fuck out of my library. Like she did not have any time for their BS, and it even happened earlier in the season with Giles and Angel too. She did not hesitate to actually give them both a piece of mind. So again, Giles and Willow are two people you need to watch out for. They seem reserved and quiet and dull, but then piss them off just enough, and they can really make you regret the day you were born. So yeah, two great examples. So, and I think if there's one thing we got to talk about, it's Angel's kind of clutch appearance. I think I'm pretty sure he only had two appearances. He only had two appearances, and both times he was clutch with his entry and his participation and his presence and everything. He only had two appearances in the whole thing, and dude came in swinging, and he had impeccable timing too. So yeah, I think the first time was more vampire related, and I think he clarified that blood bag delivery nights to the hospital was actually kind of established among vampires as like delivery days. So like when the restaurant, I don't know if it would be like when the restaurant gets new food, or when it's clearly like a food hotspot to them. So vampires then presumably kill nurses or doctors and then pose in their scrubs and then pick up kind of blood bags when they come by. But then there's always vampires waiting around the corner too to actually kind of check the bags and stuff. And there's always that one vampire that seems greedy enough to actually want to sample it on the spot and everything. So then I feel like Angel actually showing up on that basis alone should have been the key, because then Willow never actually mentioned exactly what her kind of key was towards the end, like because they had no more dead or unconscious people who would actually be able to actually who would be able to take on the demon without sacrificing themselves. But then of course Angel, he's the key. I think he even clarified before he's already had a demon. I think he said he also like already has a demon in him that's like willing to put up a fight. So I don't know if that's like a literal demon or just like a metaphor for demonic kind of like a darkness, but you know, him phrasing it that way makes me wonder like if he really has like a whole kind of yin and yang situation going on. So then maybe he still has the violence in him from when he was like a soulless vampire, but then even after his soul got returned, maybe he has like the actual kind of good kind of morally kind of intact kind of side too. So maybe he has like maybe he has some kind of angel and demon kind of fighting inside of him and stuff. But either way, his experience with demonic possession and his experience with darkness kind of made him the perfect kind of, you know, host for dealing with Eyeghon. So then he took it out of Jenny and took it into himself, and his face did the whole kind of morphin thing and everything, and even gave him some weird ears and decayed skin and all that kind of stuff until the demon actually jumped out and just kind of vanished and everything. So then the demon, they're them saying it actually jumped out, so then that means that the Eyeghon isn't gone, and Eyeghon is still out there and probably floating around kind of like kind of lifelessly and maybe still looking for a host or something. So it just seems so like not even underused. It just seems so perfect. Like they clearly wanted to focus more on Eyeghon and Giles and his past and how that affects the team around him. But then Angel, I think I feel like there's probably like no other way to really fit him in. But then him being undead is the key. So I feel like they really utilized him perfectly. And of course he'd be happy to help too. He's pretty much a part of the team anyway, so he'd be happy to help, and he'd have his experience dealing with demons too, so he'd probably kind of get the gist of it and everything. So he came in clutch, and you gotta love our boy. And then of course Giles and Jenny. So yeah, I think this episode definitely kind of put the spotlight on them, but then put them through their paces too. I'm gonna say right off the bat, I would not blame Jenny for wanting to take a break after this. Maybe if like off screen they actually do take a break, but then the next episode comes around and he says they're actually on a break, because then Jenny needs time to not only recover, but then to actually mentally kind of recover from the same processes and everything. Because then again, because of his secrets, like the team kind of had no initial idea what they were up against and everything. And then of course Jenny almost died too. So I think the kids being harmed on his watch is bad enough, but then actually losing the woman he's only actually just kind of managed to bring into his life in this way, that would be even worse, so, or arguably worse. So by all means, I fully support her in whatever steps she takes towards her mental recovery. So, and I'm sure Giles would actually respect the same. Like, it would be hard to deal with, like, actually being apart from her, but then I think he'd know more than anything it's important for her to recover and important for her to come to terms with this and everything. And Buffy was actually open enough about it as well, so. But then she has to train with him, and I think she knows that like he still at least needs someone to kind of actually like help him to actually be with him and not kind of completely shun him for what happened and everything. So yeah, but I think it hurts even more that like the opening we got for them was actually sweet, and even like I think possibly was that a first kiss? I think with the bell ringing in the background, I thought that would be like another typical kind of trope of like Saved by the Bell, like you know, stop and pull back and everything. But no, they closed the distance. They went in for the kiss and everything. So with that like the way that happened, can't help but wonder if it would have been a first kiss, but maybe if they've actually been stopped on screen before and they decided to just kind of go fuck it and just kiss anyway, or what's happened. But either it's their first on-screen kiss. I'm pretty sure it's their first on-screen kiss. So that matters all the more, but then that also makes it hurt that much more, because then that's how far they've come. There's their first on-screen kiss, and they've actually been that comfortable with each other, and even him actually outright asking her out instead of actually knowing to ask her out, actually knowing the kind of etiquette and knowing the phrasing and not stumbling over his words anymore, actually being comfortable with her to that level. The first time he's actually propositioned by her is actually when a fucking demon's in her body and taunting him and mocking him. And yeah, CalenGiles really fucking went through it this episode, so hopefully things only look brighter for them in the future and everything, because I want a happy and peaceful and kind of, you know, what's the word, like, content CalenGiles and everything. So yeah, let's work towards that. We've been through the trauma, we've been through the demonic possession and the trauma that follows and everything, so let's work towards a brighter future for our CalenGiles. So, and I think before we end this off, I actually do want to make one quick kind of note on the actual CGI and everything, because I think my main concern is that I'm pretty sure, I think at least the first few seasons, or the first couple of seasons of this would still be set during like the kind of late 90s and everything, so, you know, because I mean, even the show premiered in the late 90s and everything, so would they have gone digital? Even if they had, I feel like then the budget for going digital would still be higher. So maybe that's why then the first season was so small, because then they didn't know if keeping this on digital would have been you know, like possible or worth it. But then they saw how good the first season did, so then the second season got more episodes and they actually got a budget increase. So then, you know, with this one, the difference seems to be more that like they actually are able to actually use kind of more, because it's a slightly flashier effects and everything. So CGI on film, I've really, you know, my knowledge on filming techniques isn't truly kind of that, you know, diverse or informed or up to date or anything, but I'm pretty sure CGI on film would be much harder to achieve, if at all. But then going on digital, I think going digital CGI would actually be something that would actually be that much more possible and that much more kind of easier to achieve and everything. So they still filmed it with the actual kind of square screens and everything. So, you know, the cameras they used back then probably would have actually been better for this. But I think for the most part that might be it. So yeah, it was still really cool to kind of see this come into place and everything, and come into place in the season, and as I say, seeing the kids still being able to work the problem and find the solution and everything, and even it being Willow's idea to find Angel and enlist his help was really great. So seeing the kids still coming together and still managing to help Giles in his time of need was great, and seeing Giles' past kind of come back in such a haunting way was really cool too. So still made for like a fun story and a fun kind of concept to get into, and a fun piece of history to explore, and some fun kind of mythology to explore too. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So that was season 2, episode number 8 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So thank you guys, as always, so much for being here and for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then feel free to leave a like and comment on what you thought of the episode and what you think is going to be coming up in future episodes, and how you felt that they explored all the kind of stuff going on in this one. For those interested, the full-length reaction will be available to watch over on Patreon, as will all the previous episodes of this season and last season too, so you can catch that over there. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So until next time, bye bye for now.